Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look at the Dewgong. Dewgong just had the Go Battle Day, which is still not happened for me. For me right now it's Friday, one day before. And I kinda wanted to take a look at how good this thing still is in Great League. And I played an interesting team here with the Ox's defense in the lead and the WaterRain is a safe swap, and you see already we have double water ice here. And this is basically the main topic. Like, we just had this special day there to get the new moves and all that thing. But how good is Dewgong still? Like, Dewgong was one of the best Pokemon early on in like the first few seasons, being actually able to KO stuff like Azumarill thanks to the debuff of Icy Wind on long turn, and having access to Ice Shot, which is also a pretty decent quick move which does a lot of damage. It's actually a pretty cool Pokemon, as you're gonna see here already in the first battle. We're gonna take out the Swampert with the Icy Wind, we're gonna put him very, very low. And the thing with Dewgong is they're like a lot of water and ice type Pokemon. You have the WaterRain, for example, you have the Celio, for example, you have the Lapras, for example, and all of them are very, very good. All of them have their benefits and downsides. Basically, I think Celio only has downsides compared to WaterRain, I think. I mean, Body Slam, you have like the stab Body Slam basically on the WaterRain and a better coverage move. Maybe a little bit more bulk on the Celio, I don't know. But the thing is, no one of them other than the Dewgong has Icy Wind, which is cool. But the Dewgong definitely has the worst coverage of them all. Basically, Water Pulse is one of the worst moves in the game. Most of the time, even against resisted Pokemon like here, the Alolan Ninetales, it's worth it more to go for the Icy Wind because you need to do the same damage while also debuffing the opponent, and you get to the move faster, and here we still get to the Water Pulse, which is nice. But yeah, like Dewgong has the best charge, like first charge move in my opinion. Icy Wind is just such a good move. Debuffing opponents' attack is so overpowered, but like doesn't have the coverage, which is always kind of a little bit of a problem. So like compared to WaterRain, it will never really outshine it. And then we have like restricted metas, for example the Kanto Cup. And in the Kanto Cup you have Lapras. The thing is, usually Dewgong is better than Lapras in my opinion. Depends always of course on the matchups, whatever. But if you compare in a meta where like both of them are viable, those two against each other, the thing is Lapras always wins because Lapras has the better coverage with the Skull Bash, which would KO a Dewgong easily. Like not KO, but like win the matchup on long terms, and you also buff your own defense with that as well. So Dewgong kind of has a hard time against Lapras in the Kanto Cup already, so it's always like basically outshined by a one Pokemon. In Kanto Cup it's Lapras, in this cup, like in Open Great League, it's just the WaterRain right now. Which doesn't mean it's bad though. Like you see here, me playing with this thing has very, very decent bulk. It's close to a Azumarill bulk. Not quite there, but very close to it. And has still a lot of play, especially against like flying types and whatever. You can really deal well with this. If you have shields, you wouldn't need every 2 shield scenario, I think, unless they have like a super effective quick move. The thing is just that the Icy Wind debuff gonna always add up after time, because like if you just shield the first moves and you can just go for Icy Wind and debuff them all the way down, it's only your last Pokemon against the opponent's last Pokemon. They really don't do any damage at the end. So this is like the benefit of Dewgong. And also because we have WaterRain, which basically outshines us, this is the reason why I built the team that I built here. We have WaterRain in there as well, which basically tries to get out the counter Pokemon, for example the Bastiodon or the G-Fisk for the Dewgong, so Dewgong can sweep in the end game, which worked out pretty well, I say. The thing with this team was main losses I had were mainly to Niantic, which is cool, but I was really frustrated. Like I lost one game, I don't know if they're in there or whatever. I only played 3 sets with this. I still went, I think, 3-2 in every set. Yeah, I think I went 3-2 in every set. The main problem was always like lag. Either I got denied the entire time with my quick moves, or I had my charge moves and afterwards I had to wait 2 turns until I can attack again. My opponent just attacked me. You know the deal. It was just super annoying. Like you have those mirror matches in the beginning, and here you see already my opponent, I think, snuck in 2 counters already while he denies all mine, which is super annoying. Yeah, like I cannot really do anything about this. This doesn't really, like, I think I would have at least won 2 or 3 more games if I didn't have the problems that I had. But this is why we have this current interlude season from Go Battle League, where we where Niantic tries to fix this thing. We have to wait until the next version is forced, which is currently rolling out, at least at my time. Maybe it's already forced when you see this video. It's gonna be released 2 days later, so can be. I think we have to wait until then, because like they say in their help post that the new version 1.131 is the one that fixes a lot of bugs on the help shift side. So I think that's most likely the one where we get the new Go Battle League system. Gonna be interesting then. Gonna be very interesting to showcase this and see how it goes. Gonna be very, very nice ones there. Here we can successfully shield the earthquake, otherwise it would have been a little bit awkward again, because then I had to try to catch the earthquake on my Dewgong, and wouldn't be all so nice. But like this, we can just go for the Icy Wind and KO the NiRiain. But yeah, like when I played this, I had great success with this team, and I think this team is very solid. There was just, I think, one time where I had I cannot even talk anymore, where I literally had no chance at all. And this was against Deoxys defense lead and Scrafty in the back. And I don't know what the other Pokemon, I just dipped immediately. Like, you have nothing to play against this. You have, like, of course, for every team there are like hard counter teams. You cannot build a team that is basically unbeatable. It's very, very rarely the case that you have a team that completely destroys the meta. Most of the time it's like you try to build a team that is decent, where you can play around with, and where you can basically, like, where skill matters in most and not the matchups itself. Like, if you have a lot of neutral matchups, if you know how to play the game, you can take advantage of this. And yeah, here we can farm down the Nidoqueen, which is cool. This is like the thing about Ice Shard. Ice Shard does a lot of damage, way more than like the Powder Snow, for example. Ice Shard does a ton of damage, and we see the Azumarill coming in here, which is fine for us. We can go for 2 Icy Winds, and we should be able to take this win, I think. We can take the one move here easily. It's an Ice Beam. That's very, very nice for me. I can just go for the Thunderbolts. 2 should be enough to KO this thing. He lets this go anyway. We can just go for Psycho Boost now. I'm just gonna shield this up. It's an Ice Beam again. And we're just gonna go for 1 Psycho Boost here. I know that I don't need the counter damage or anything like this. I can just go for the next Psycho Boost anyway, get there in time, and this is gonna be a good game to my opponent. Next up, we have the Deoxys against Deoxys. This might be the dude that I meant with that, I don't know. We've faced a lot of Deoxys leads as well. Seems like Deoxys leads is very common right now. Doesn't make sense with the Steel types being very common, with the Medicham being very common, and with the NiRiain being very common. Like Deoxys defense right now, if you didn't get it during the time where it was available, just like not even a month ago, you should have got it definitely. It's one of the best Pokemon that you can play right now. My opponent actually has Rock Slide on this as well. Yeah, I think that was the dude. Like, this was a crazy moveset. Like, I haven't seen a single Deoxys, I think, from my last... Yeah, okay, yeah, I just saw it now. From my last, I don't know, 200-300 encounters for it, which had Thunderbolt and the Rock Slide. For me, it totally, like, I don't know, like, I don't understand the moveset, to be honest. I think you need Psycho Boost. Psycho Boost is such a good move. Psycho Boost is basically a Leaf Blade clone, but with a debuff on your attack by 2 stages, which is then shows how insane Leaf Blade is, because you have literally no drawback with this, and here you have like the special move of this mythical Pokemon, and it has the same damage, but it gives you a 2-stage debuff on your attack, which is funny. Here against the Jellicent, I'm actually gonna go and shield this up here, because for me, getting switch advantage was way more worth it, and I'm gonna see that he goes into a Nidoqueen, which gives me the opportunity to go for my Icy Wind and put him pretty low already. Actually thought it would do more, and we see the Drapion coming in, and I was like, I should be fine here, shouldn't I? He goes for a Crunch, which is fine. I know that, so I have another Crunch, so I don't think I have to shield here. I can just spam those Icicle Spears. I don't think I shield here. I actually shield here. Oh god, okay, I shouldn't have shielded this. That's fine. Yeah, I think that was a very bad play. Afterwards, I shouldn't not have shielded the Crunch there, but it's okay. we're gonna be able to take this move then, I guess. We don't survive this, which was kind of clear, but we can go for 1 Psycho Boost, and I hope he doesn't get to a crunch. It might KO me, and he gets to a crunch. Can we survive and win this game? We can. The Ox's defense too broken. And you see my IVs on my right side. That's like the funny thing. The Ox's defense first release, where before PvP was a thing. So what I did was I just, I think I only read like 2 or 3 because it was like EX rates back in the day. Something that nobody even like knows anymore about because it was like, it's like so long gone already. But nobody wanted to make this even as an EX rate anyway. So yeah, nobody did this. I did like 2 or 3 of them, and I just took the one that had the highest CP and just deleted the others because I was like, okay, you cannot trade it anyway. It's a useless Pokemon. Why the hell should I keep more than one? And nowadays it's one of the best Pokemon in 2 leagues or Go Battle League. So yeah, maybe not the wisest decision. Here we have Bastion against us, which is good that we got this out, and which is good that we got the shield from it. I have no idea why he shielded the Icicle Spear, like I wasn't even close to it. But we can go for the Thunderbolt, we can farm all the way down before it gets to another move. We see the Machamp coming in, and I think at this point my opponent already top left it. Yep. And we can go into the next game. We have Trevenant in the lead, very bad for us, but we can swap into our Walrein. My opponent goes immediately to the Registeel. I think I misplay this a lot actually, if I remember correctly. And this is a normal play for my opponent, shielding the first move, totally fine. He goes for a Zepcannon, totally fine. We can go for another Earthquake. I just want to get him low, but now I cannot make a mistake, I think. If you're gonna see, I put him already into red health right now. I'm gonna shield, which is fine. But here I go for the bait, which is also fine, because 2 baits should KO him. But I think he would have been already in range here, maybe even, like you saw me trying to swap out there, which didn't went through, but I think he was already in range for 1 Weather Ball there, or like Icicle Spear. It's basically the same move there. So like, yeah, I kind of misplayed this, which was stupid, and which I think cost me the game here. So yeah, if I threw the Icicle Spear, I think I had a chance still. I could have swapped out if he went into something that I like don't really want to throw a move against, and I would have been still like nearly full health. So yeah, kind of sad. I'm just gonna go for the Icy Wind there. Even though the other move is super effective, it doesn't do way more than the Icy Wind. I need to survive 2 moves anyway. He goes for the Earthquake, and we can get to the Water Pulse. Does this KO? It does not. Super effective stab move, doesn't even do half to Stunfisk, which is of course not very cool. I think it's even 60 energy, like a Water Pulse needed a buff, or I don't know. I don't know if there's any very broken Pokemon that would learn a Water Pulse right now. Would be something definitely interesting, but I don't think there is right now actually. Other than like Dewgong, but even like Dewgong, like wouldn't we get so much better with this? I think if we get like Dewgong, like cooler courage move, it would be so good. Like give it Drill Run, it learns Drill Run in the main game, so it would be very cool to have this like as a coverage against the G-Fisk or also against the Bastion. It would just such a cool coverage move. But here also the benefit of a Walrein. Walrein is spammy as hell. You get a shield like all day long, you can get another shield here. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna let this go. And I'm just gonna try to farm him all the way down with my Dewgong and try to get as much energy as I can. I hope that he cannot throw. He doesn't throw, he goes into the Skarmory. And with this, it's a good game here. We can just go for the Icy Wind spam. And we're gonna be able to get to another Icy Wind easily. He gets to another move. Could be a Brave Bird. I'm just gonna shield just in case. Isn't a Brave Bird. Going for the Icy Wind does KO, and we see the Weakly Tough not throwing a charge move there. I would have still had my Deoxys defense in the back, so yeah, it's fine. Stunfisk lead, which is okay-ish. It's not my favorite though. Like this is something which you win long term, and we shield the Earthquake correctly, which is cool. And we're gonna try to swap onto the Earthquake, which didn't work out. It clearly didn't work out. But we can survive 2 Rock Slides just barely with the IV spread we have on our Walrein. And he swaps into a Venusaur. Very interesting catch there. He's let it go. He is like very low health. I have 100 energy on my Deoxys defense, and I don't know why, but my opponent shield this move. Okay, shield this. You can take another one if you want. Do you want to shield this as well? Ah, he doesn't. But I still have one move stored. I can swap out, and I have my Dewgong now. The, what's it called? The Stunfisk is pretty low. I can go for one Icy Wind here, and already the Ice Shot put him into range for a Psycho Boost, so we should be fine here. He doesn't even swap out, and we can go for another Icy Wind now, KOing this Revenant and winning us this final game. So thanks all for watching. See you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day while we farm down this Stunfisk gear, and I hope you had a good battle day, and see you next time. Bye!